Great comfort food, chicken and sausage pastalaya. Chef Chapman here. Welcome to Authentic New Orleans Cuisine, where I'll be teaching you how to cook authentic New Orleans dishes from scratch. These are some of the dishes I grew up on that my parents and grandmother cooked back home in New Orleans. As a little girl, I used to help them in the kitchen. I remember I had this little stool that I used to stand on. Those were precious memories. The dishes I'll be preparing are recipes that have been passed down through the generations. So let's get started. I'm making pastalaya. It's the same as jambalaya, which is with rice, but this is with noodles. And to save time, I've already washed my chicken. Y'all know I'm old school. You have to wash and clean your food before cooking. Simple as that. Then you clean up after. I've already cut my chicken into bite-sized pieces and I season it with salt and black pepper, Cajun seasoning. And I'll have all the seasons that I use at the end of the video so you can prepare this dish for your family. It's important to cook your chicken well until all the pink disappears. Stir to make sure that there isn't any more pink in your dish. See all the juices at the bottom? Now that's flavor. That's what you call flavor. Now I'm removing the chicken. I have to remove the chicken and, place it in a bowl. Here I'm adding my Cajun sausage and I'm going to continue cooking until it breaks down, till it browns. And then I'm going to remove my sausage from the pot. Look at that. All that flavor, all that goodness at the bottom. And that makes a difference, y'all. You got to cook your meats until it releases. It releases that flavor because that's what makes the dish. Now I'm putting it in another bowl. I'm taking my meat out, my sausage, Cajun sausage out, and I'm putting it in another bowl. Because you have to cook in stages. You don't just add everything to the pot at one time. You have to cook in stages. Look, all that goodness. Now here, I've added my yellow onions and bell peppers and parsley and celery and green onions into all the deliciousness from the chicken and Cajun sausage. And, you want to cook this down. You want to cook this down until it breaks down. Because that's where all your flavor lies. It lies right there in the juices and in those veggies. If you could look and see that flavor at the bottom of the pot. Now I'm adding my chicken and Cajun sausage back to the pot to marry the flavors of the meats and veggies. And I'm continuing to cook it down. I'm cooking it down and I'm mixing it around to get everything evenly distributed. And you'll see. Doesn't that look good, y'all? That looks good. But it's going to be even better once we cook it down even more. It's a long process, but trust me. Here I'm adding the chicken broth. Now you could use water if you prefer, or you can make your own homemade chicken broth. If you don't have time, store-bought chicken broth will do. So it doesn't matter, what you use. Now you see I've already added my bay leaf and I'm, adding more water, broth. And I'm continuing to stir on a medium heat. And I'm stirring to make sure, like I said, everything's incorporated. And I'm bringing it to a boil. Here, I'm adding in one packet of noodles. And here's the next packet of noodles. And I'm stirring it, making sure that nothing's sticking to the bottom. Remember, this is medium-high heat. So you got to constantly stir and make sure that everything is evenly distributed and nothing sticking to the bottom of the pot because you don't want to have this burnt. Here I have added Another pack of noodles because this is a large order that I'm cooking for. Um, this is a catering order that I'm cooking. So I've added another box of my noodles. And you see that I'm constantly stirring. It's on medium high heat. I'm constantly stirring to make sure that, everything gets incorporated, that everything is mixed well. Here I'm adding a little bit more um, broth, and it's boiling. And you have to make sure that you have enough water to cover the noodles or broth. Now I've turned off my burner and I placed it in a 300-degree preheated oven for 1 hour. And this is how it looked: packed and ready for delivery to our client. To make this dish for 4 to 6 people, here are the ingredients I used. If you'd like to try any of our dishes, check out our online store. The link is at the bottom of the page. Until next time, laissez la bon temps rouler. Order online our weekly meal specials. Taste of New Orleans catering packages are also available.